I want to ask you this, though. Just one more question about sort of your preparation, because I think it sounds great and it looks awesome, but I would just do whatever you did last year. You know what I mean? Because you got such a great start, and that just set the tone for the entire season.
Well, I think, too, I've gone spring trainings where I've gotten 60 at bats and hit 400, and I've gone spring trainings where I've hit 200, and at the end of the day, you realize that it doesn't matter down here. Once you've been around for a while, I mean, when opening day comes, as long as you're healthy,
that's the most important thing.
Opening day is opening day. I mean, you could have all the confidence, but once the real season starts, it is what it is, and you go for it.
You told us a couple years ago, I think it was you that told us, or Kyle, that you and Jason used to, like, the first couple of weeks, just take pitches. Just go up there and just do that.
Yeah.
Did you do that this year, or is that just something you did in years past?
I've done it in years past. He did it more than me. He would literally go up there and say I'm not swinging. And he was like, try it one time, and I'd go up there, and then 2 pitches into the at bat, you're like, I can't do this. But yeah, he.
What was the idea behind that?
Because early in spring, it's almost better to see pitches. You can go up there, and especially early in spring, a lot of the pitchers are just throwing first pitch fastballs to get ahead, and I can hit a fastball. I know I can hit a fastball right down the middle. So you can either go up there and swing first pitch and either get a hit or a ground ball. And
right, it's kind of
so what did you accomplish? You've seen no off-speed pitches. You've seen nothing but a fastball, which you obviously understand that you can hit. So you almost have to work it a little bit to start seeing off-speed pitches. And but that's the beginning. As you progress, obviously the pitchers progress as well, and it gets a little bit more realistic.
Gotcha. Is it weird for you doing spring training without Jason Worth? Just such a big part of this club for so many years.
Yeah, it definitely is. Definitely is weird. A big part of the club, bigger part of the clubhouse too. But unfortunately, I mean, that's what happens.
Right.
People come and go, and but his 7 years here, I think, was he helped change a lot of things that kind of made us who we are now, and I know we'll never forget him. I hope the fans and the people realize how much he did for all of us.
Do you think he'll get signed at some point this year?
I hope so.
That's weird, man.
Tough market out there, man.
It is.
It's tough.
But what is your take on that?
There's got to be an American League team that could use him for DH, and he could play the outfield every few days.
Yeah, I mean, if you're over 33, 34 years old, there's not many opportunities out there.
But he can still hit.
Yeah, a lot of big league guys are out there that can still hit and play that should have jobs that are sitting at home.
Right. Yeah, Rafael Palmeiro was trying to get back in.
Now Rafi's like 55 or something. Although he looked pretty good at what I saw. He was hitting it on the screen.
Ryan,
he's in the cage.
What's your opinion of the guys, the older guys, not having jobs right now?
I mean, I don't know if we have enough time to talk about that, but it's there's a lot of factors that go into it. I think the game is obviously gearing towards younger players. The teams, the GMs, they're getting smarter with the analytics and realizing that people are declining from age 33 on, when your prime used to kind of stretch into that 28 to 33. So it's a lot of things. I think there's blame on both sides, but I think at the end of the day, everyone deserves to see the best players in the world on the field. It's an entertainment business, whether you like it or not. So the best players should be on the field, and unfortunately, I think there's a handful or more teams where when they go to the park, they're not going to see the best players that could be on the field, and that's unfortunate. But it's easy for me to sit here and say that. I don't have a solution for you, but I think at the end of the day, the best people should be on the field. That's my argument.
Yeah.
What's been your vibe so far in spring training? Difference with Dave versus Dusty, or for spring training, or do you notice a difference?
Yeah, I mean, every manager's different. Every manager has their own things. I think Davey does a really good job of letting everyone kind of be themselves, and in exchange for that, for the freedoms that he gives us, he just asks for us to play hard on the field and show up every day and be professional. I think it's a pretty even trade. We're all grown-ups here, and he expects a lot out of us, but also gives us some freedoms that maybe we haven't had in the past. So I think all of us respect that, and I think it's a genius way to get,
But Dusty was loose, though, wasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, all managers are loose, and all managers can come across ways. I'm not saying that Dusty or anyone else didn't, but this is, the most I've ever seen of letting way they, trusting us.
More
I guess.
laissez-faire.
Yeah, I mean, just trusting us. It's easy to do it with the team we have as well. I mean, we have a veteran group of guys that have performed at this level for a long time, and each of us know exactly what we need to do. So that makes it easier.
I always hear, we're in NCAA tournament time, and you hear coaches and players talk about remembering losses, disappointments. Does it haunt you, or do you just like?
No, I mean, I think,
You can't let it go.
No, I mean, you want to win, obviously,
Yeah.
but I also remember the times when we would lose 90 games a year. So
Right.
I'm pretty happy to be in the situation I'm in
Right.
right now. I think a lot of fans forget that pretty quickly as well. It's hard to win in the playoffs. A lot of things have to go right.
Such a small sample size, right?
And it's, all the teams that get in are obviously good teams. So then it's just the team that kind of gets hot at the right time.